Hi everyone. So in this video, I will briefly discuss how to use R and RStudio. So after you install R and RStudio, okay, so first you can try to use R. So this is R. So the initial screen looks like this. So this is a kind of disclaimer and some copyright information and so on. So this is called R console. So if you type something, the R just return the output on the same console. So for example, if you type 1 + 1, it is 2. Okay. Sometimes different windows appear. For example, if we generate a histogram of 100 random numbers, then another window appears and you can see the graph in another window. So you can save this as a local file. You can also change the shape of the graph just by this. And also you can use some R code to automatically save or change the aspect ratio. You can just close this as you want. Also, some help window appears. For example, if you type help of HIST, the function of histogram, then you can see help. So histogram is in graphics package, and the format is the histogram of X, and X is a vector. I mean, X is the list of numbers. And you can also change the label of X by X lab equals to something, and so on. So this is how to use R. So how about RStudio? So once you open RStudio and open just one RStudio file, then it looks like this. So the upper left pane, so this is a kind of text editor. You can type R code as well as some other memos. So we have specific format. So you can use this sample file in Canvas. So you can see that if you put title, author, date, and output format, then so these 3 lines appears in the output PDF file, and also it specifies the format of the output. And R codes are in between this. So this symbol, the 3 times, and the parentheses are, no, the brace R, then brace. So yeah, so this is a kind of text editor. So you can write code and some other comments and memos. Even you can write the equations in LaTeX format. And the lower left panel. Lower left panel is the console. So this is just the same as the usual R console. So if you type 1 + 1, it returns 2. Another way to use this console is just from this editor. You can choose the part you want to implement. Then you do run. Then, so this code is implemented in this console. So 2 times 3 is 6, and the vector 4, 5 plus vector 6, 7 is vector of the 10, 12. So in this way that we can use RStudio, and once you wrote everything, then you can knit this source file, the typically RMD file, R markdown file. So this is a source code of the final output. Okay, so if you knit this to PDF, then RStudio implement all codes, then it creates PDF file. It takes some time. Okay, so now we implement it. Usually if 100% is done and no error message, it's done. If you see the original, oh, yeah. And it was open. Okay, so there you have title and my name and the date and also output. So this is convenient because, okay, so code is in the gray area, highlighted, and the output is followed by this, okay, followed by this, the 2 pounds. So this is very convenient to see the output. If you just write code and make many tries and errors, then probably the original, the R language itself is useful. But if you want to compile a file quickly and efficiently and beautifully, then this is a very good method. Yeah, also, I should mention that if the data is very large, for example, if we have 100,000 observations, then if you use the graph in some format, such as PostScript file, it becomes too large. So sometimes it's useful to make it JPEG file and embed the file into this PDF. So then file becomes smaller. So that option is explained in sample file. So if you use this option, DB device equal to JPEG and the DPI is equal to, this is the dot per inch. So we make it somewhat small value such as 100 by 200, then the figure that doesn't become too large. Also, you can control the width of each graphics by out.width is equal to some percentage. Okay, so this is how to use RStudio. So now you realized how to use R and RStudio.